Hey everyone! I haven't done that many videos lately, and I thought, okay, this would be a good time to give you an update on what's been going on with Arron since we have a hospital date today. So I'm going to take you along and I'm going to tell you about what's been going on the last few months. And actually the problem is not solved. I just haven't been posting updates. Right now I'm just going to do a little Purolator drop off, and Arron is taking the bus to the hospital himself, which is cool. Easier. And so I'm gonna go meet him over there in a bit. You know, what's unfortunate is that this Purolator drop-off spot, which is right near where I live, is gonna be closing at the end of the month. No more today, even?
Yeah, no more.
Oh no.
No more shifts, sorry.
Oh man, that's such a bummer. They said they were closing at the end of the month, but we're only halfway through the month and they're already closing. They said that the Purolator people came and picked up the machine. Oh yeah, and the other thing was that this one was open until 11 o'clock at night. But the other one will only be open till like 6. That was a waste of time, but I'm gonna head out now, but I just want to show you something. Look, I've been taking this, okay? I'm sure you guys have heard about the leucovorin, the folinic acid. I had been planning to get some for Gunnar anyway, and then when it was like all over the news, I was like, I better get on it and buy some. So I got some. I've been giving it to Gunnar and I've been taking it myself. For Gunnar, it's like, I'm not sure if it's really doing something major, but I notice he seems to be leaving the house more, so I guess it's doing something. But for me, this is giving me so much more energy, and apparently it improves mitochondrial function. So maybe that's why. I don't really know why, but I'm telling you, I'm taking this every day, and it's like, it's just been a game changer, because you guys know I struggle since a long time with low energy. And then I have also, of course, my vitamin D. I take tons of that, loading up for winter. And I always got the chewables because my thyroid is, it's too puffy to take pills, really. And then I added this on the advice of my friend. So I'm taking that with the leucovorin plus this. They're all candy, right? Because of my thyroid. Ashwagandha. I'm taking all of those together, and it's like, it's making me so much more functional. I'm really enjoying it. It's like great, right? When something finally works. And if all that doesn't work, I've always got this. But truth be told, this is making such a difference that I don't even feel like I need like tons of caffeine. That's the line just to get into the freaking parking. I'm gonna go through the drop-off place and try to get a wheelchair parking spot. I didn't get wheelchair parking, but I got pretty lucky because it's so congested in here. But as I was coming around the corner, somebody pulled out right in front of me, and I was like, thank you, Lord. There he is. There's my handsome boy. Hello.
Hello.
Thought we'd do a little video today about our hospital date.
You got the camera.
Waiting to see if you had anything to say.
Say something.
I made you a nice ham and cheese sandwich.
Nice.
And I have a turkey hen cheese because it's so expensive here at the hospital.
So how's everybody doing? I hope y'all are fine. I'm doing okay. You guys in the hospital again. I keep trying to do things and somebody comes down and interrupts me. Yeah, the hospital date.
All right, here we are. This is the wound care room. All right, guys, so here's the reason that I wanted to make this video. I want to give you an update because, okay, yes, we're in the wound care room right now. So basically what happened was after he'd been in the hospital, it took about a month. And then we finally got an appointment here with wound care, which was for us like a big deal because you may know, I had explained that we had been trying to get an appointment with wound care for a very long time. And our own doctor, even though he was like going septic and having like horrible stuff going on with his wound, even with all that, our doctor was roadblocking us, refused to make a referral, and was telling us he had to like do an assessment for lifestyle changes. Like, it was so stupid. And we had at one time, like the year before, been at the general. They just took one look, closed it up, and said, there's nothing we can do, go home. Like that's what we had been getting for so many years that we were totally discouraged. We felt like they were just literally going to leave him to pass away from this condition. And I was really like at the end of my rope with it. So then after the hospital, though, we got sent over here and we met the wound care nurse. Like there's only 3 of them in all of Montreal, 3 specialized wound care nurses for all the hospitals. So it was very hard to get one. So we finally got the appointment with her, and she did a really good assessment, and she gave us really good recommendations. And honestly, they took him so seriously that I was so moved, but just by the fact that we were finally getting help. You know, like when you've been in a bad situation for so long and you feel like there's no hope, and finally somebody comes to help you. I almost had tears. I was like, I can't even believe this. Finally, somebody's going to help him. Remember?
Yeah.
So she gave us some hope because she actually thought that it could be healed. Everyone else had told us there's nothing we can do. She even mentioned things like surgery, and she believed that it could improve with different dressings. And point being that like we're actually in good hands at this point. Somebody's actually trying to take care of him instead of just like writing him off.
Yeah. Great.
And then this was it the first visit, she even debrided it. And I was like, really? You're going to do that? It was just so hard to get anybody to do anything.
I know, it's crazy. And the CLSC, oh my God.
They're horrible.
It's just and they're like totally uneducated. And
oh yeah, the wound care people over there, they're so
they're
aggressive
rude,
with me.
They're rude, they don't know what they're doing.
And they treat me like I'm a challenge to their authority instead of realizing like I'm working with them. We're both trying to help him.
Yeah.
Whereas here, the real wound care professional,
Yeah,
she doesn't act like that. She understands. She doesn't feel like insecure, I guess, and like her authority is affronted. If I ask questions, she'll answer them. It's just not this like battle. So
yeah, you don't have to deal with that barrier. That's a horrible thing. Like dealing with attitude, like on top of everything else.
yeah, it's like they always feel threatened, but at the same time, like they'll admit to us that they don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah,
so that's probably why they feel threatened.
They're so proud of their like 2 years of training in school.
Right there,
they
like
think
nursing.
They think they know everything because they passed, school. But the real learning is like in the work. That's the practice. You have to practice, right?
Yeah, we've had this problem with like the wound care people or the nurses who come to our place or his place, and the
now,
people at the clinic. They don't really know what to do with
now
them.
the thing is that like they used to stick around for a while, but now it's like a revolving door over there.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so horrible, because we're always dealing with these newbies, these green newbies that don't know what they're doing, So like 6 months later, it's changed, and now you got to explain your whole situation all over again, get to know them again, and it's just a revolving door. I think it's even every 3 months now.
Yeah, we've had 2. Yeah, we had Julius, who was actually a nice guy, but he admitted, like, he'd look
didn't know what he was
no, he
doing
would look
either.
at his wound and he'd get this look like, oh my God, like he did not know what to do. But
At least he admitted it.
But the government, what happened was the government, they used to just give me the supplies. He would have some follow up with his GP or whoever, and or the nurses on the 3rd floor, and that was it. Nobody really came to the house. I would just bring him there, like if it needed, it was necessary. And then the government changed it and said that they would no longer send wound care supplies home unless the wound care nurse was doing the wound, which would mean in his case, he'd literally have to have someone in his house every day or every other day.
Yeah, I hate that.
And after so many years, like who wants that? For 20 years, you want people coming in your house every day? What for? I'm there anyway. I'll do it.
Waiting for them and...
Yeah, and they don't know what they're doing, and it's a freaking learning curve. Anyway, so because of that, we had to accept the visits from a nurse. We ended up like agreeing on like every 2 weeks, but we have had problems with them. But let's do another video about what happened with her, with Lionel, because that was a whole other thing. Like we're already having issues, but let's not talk about that. But so here. So I guess it was July he had his first appointment, and then August, September, we're in October, so basically, like, the large wound that he came in for is amazingly not draining now. However, a second sinus has been created, like, right, like, next to it, sort of below it, and it just sort of opened up, and just all the abscess is still in there somewhere, and it just started draining out a different hole, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, so the abscess isn't actually in the bottom of that large wound. They said it was somewhere like further in and further up, like towards the hip. So it basically has like an infection in his hip somewhere. And it's just trying to find a way out. And it's been sort of under control. He's been on antibiotics all this time until what, like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they stopped about 10 days ago.
And promptly it's now draining what they call serosanguinous fluid. So it's like a reddish kind of, it's not like gray and, you know, copious like it was before. It was like a pink gray, but now it is back to draining. Yeah. So we're going to see what they have to say today, but we just feel like at least we're in good hands now.
Yeah,
right?
at least you don't feel blacklisted, like fuck off and die type
Gaslit.
of thing. You know. Well, we can't help you. Fuck off and die.
Go home and die. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have the appointment, and we'll tell you after how it went. Mm-hmm. Oh. Very good. I gotta get a grip here. I'm getting stuck on that. Good job. Right, so we had our appointment. Let's come down here. So it went well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to go back on the antibiotics. So what the doctor did was, like, so I can't hold it like, anyway, just gonna do it like this. So he, so there's the big wound, right? And then there's this new one next to it, which is like a track that's probably like that deep into his, like, goes in that deep, right? Like a solid like 7 centimeters. And that's the one that's draining. So I said to the doctor, I don't know if it's like from the abscess or whatever. Anyway, so the doctor goes into that deep tract with a Q-tip, like one of those long medical Q-tip things. And he starts like kind of stirring around, and all the sludge just like started pouring out. And I was like, what's going on? You know, like I kind of wanted to know, like, how did you get all that to come out? Like, did you just like break an abscess, or did you just disturb something, or like what's going on in there? And he had basically just like loosened it, like all this stuff was just kind of collecting in there. And now he took it all out, and now he gave it like a good iodine rinse. And I know that's like the gory details, but
it's really gory, yeah. Like,
is that too much? I don't know. After 21 years, like, I'm kind of numb to all this, but
so shocked.
Okay, so I just gave like a really explicit version of what happened, but I'm gonna revise it now and just tell you that basically the doctor did something and like got all the gunk out of the wound. I was really fascinated actually with the way he did it, because I was like, oh, I could do that at home, you know, and we could clean it out.
Yeah.
I'm like one of those people that like nothing grosses me out, right?
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, lucky for him. Like, literally, I have the strongest stomach. Like, nothing makes me gag.
Yeah.
I'm perfect for like the crime scene cleanup job. Like, that would have been a good calling for me.
Yeah, it should have been like a crime scene technician or something.
Yeah, that's it. Should have been the professional cleaner.
Cleaning crew.
That's my special talent. Oh yeah, I watched him clean out the wound, and I was like, yes, interesting. We could probably replicate that. And anyway, everything is okay. And he even debrided the other one a little bit more.
So you were,
What?
that's looking for my cup.
Okay, so let's just wrap it up here. We're just gonna make it short. Like, if you guys want us to make videos more often, they're gonna have to just be like this, because we got a bunch of stuff to do all the time, right?
Yeah.
One last moment to appreciate. Look how cute he is.
And hey, Kevin, if you're watching, talk to you soon.
All right, Aaron wants to like wrap it up here. What's up?
Not much.
Come on, man. You made me stop, and you said you wanted to add, and then you're like, nothing. Such a pain.
Okay, well, I just want to say goodbye and come over and subscribe to my channel. I haven't been doing videos for a while, but
Wait, speak up. They can never hear you. I'm sorry, but please project.
they can hear me.
They cannot. They're always saying that Aaron's mumbling. I can't hear Aaron. I can't hear Aaron. And I have to always turn up the volume when you talk. So let's just do this quickly and just tell them.
All right, so I guess that's a wrap. So yeah, I guess we gotta go now.
Okay, you forgot your channel name.
Short and sweet chat. Stop interrupting me.
I'm sorry. No, I'm his worst nightmare. Such a pain. But I love you, you know. Okay. Go ahead. All right. Okay, what were you gonna say?
If you aren't subscribed to Please Stay Radio, please subscribe. I need all the viewers I can get. It's quite dwindling. When I put up videos, it's kind of not much interaction. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I'll see you next time. God bless.
Hey, I'm gonna add a little addendum here. I'm gonna make a stop at the thrift store. I got a donation. I'm gonna look for some jeans and just be very careful not to pick up any crap. We'll go have a look and I'll tell you what I found. All right, I'm back. So I was at the thrift store for a very long time and I kept putting stuff in my cart and then sorting through it, putting things back, putting more stuff in the cart. I was there for a really long time and I came out with like surprisingly not too much stuff. So I'm gonna show you what I've got. And then I got to make dinner. And then I got to do a Whatnot show, you guys. I'm still on Whatnot. Even though it's kind of a waste of time, but whatever. You know what they say? Keep showing up. So I'm still showing up even though I don't really make any money. But whatever, anyway. You know, it's an hour of my time. I get to talk to people and that's about it. Anyway, let me show you what I got. These cute Vans. The color is really off because of the lighting, but they're in really great shape. They just need a little tiny bit of cleaning. Beautiful. Size 6.5, so they're a bit small, but I think those will sell. And then I found this vintage hat, these vintage wool hats, really any kind of like really good quality vintage stuff like that. I find that does tend to sell and it's a really classic look. Whoops. And then I found this bag from El Corte Inglés, Spanish brand. And I think that this is real alligator on here. And definitely it's leather. It's really heavy. It's big. And bags like this, if you look them up, like what they sell for, it's like over $200. I'm not going to ask that much. I'm not going to sell for that much. But basically, it's a valuable bag. Nothing special. This is just for me because I need some jeans. Okay, so that's for me. My place is a mess in case you didn't notice. These are for Jana. I'm hoping they're going to fit. She's got long legs and she wanted some nice black low-rise jeans. So I picked these up for her. Massimo Dutti, nice quality. I don't know if this was a good decision, but let's hope so. These are True Religion. So True Religion is kind of saturated, and if you try to sell True Religion skinny jeans, it's going to be hard. You might sell them for like $20 or less, but these are straight leg. And I was willing to take a chance on them because they're size 28. And I think that I could sell them. Okay, this was a really good score. This is Free People. Free People corduroy jacket. And it's got all these stud details all over it. Look at this in the back. And I got it and I was like, okay, what's wrong with it? There's got to be something. Like it's missing studs or something, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's in really good shape. And I paid $15. So you have to be really careful with the thrift store because it can really add up very quickly. You have to make sure you pick up things that are probably going to sell and that are going to give you a good return. And this is a Wilfred dress. I love to sell Wilfred, and this is a large. I think it doesn't have any flaws, but you never know. You got to like look it over very carefully. See, again, $15. Boom, that's $30 I spent. But Wilfred dresses, I should be able to make $15 on it. Like I should be able to. So it's only double, but whatever. You know, I'd like to have $20 at least profit on something, but let's assume that I at least collect $30 minimum on it. For me, that would mean I'd have to sell it for $38, which I think I can do. Now this is a Desigual blouse. Some people don't pick up Desigual, but I do because it's a good seller for me. And it's a medium, and Yeah, Desigual has always been really good for me, so I always pick it up. And then this is just like a cute little Y2K era top, and I like that it's got like a fairy core kind of style. And it's from Tweak. Whoops. It's from Tweak, which is from Simon's, which normally I would never pick up. But because it's vintage, and it has a vintage tag here, and it was made in, I believe, the USA. Made in the USA. So it is quite old. And I paid like, well, let's see, $5.99. With the coupon, it was a little bit less actually. So that was my thrift haul. What do you think? Did I exercise some sufficient self-control? I hope so. And I hope these are all good pickups. It's been a bit weird though, since the change, Poshmark being taken over by the new owners. They've made a lot of really big changes that a lot of people don't like. And a lot of people are saying that they're seeing a drop in sales, and personally I'm finding that I'm seeing that too, but it's not too bad, but it's probably because I bust my ass and it's been a bit of a grind. Definitely what I was doing before isn't really working so much now, so I'm doing what I can anyway, but I'll do another video on that. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed coming through our day with us, and I hope you're all doing well, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.